What's up, guys? Welcome to Ethan and Mr. Fish. I'm Ethan, and that's Mr. Fish. So this is the supplies that every fish owner should use or have on hand. This is what I'm going to use to clean the tank, because as you can tell by the title of this video, we're cleaning the tank. So first of all, you get this guy in a bucket. You drip the hose in the bucket. This thing works off suction. All right, so you're going to want to stick it in the water, get it filled up, get a good video of this, come up from the top. So you'll bring it down as the water begins to go down. As the water begins to go down, you stick it back in, you make a suction. Come over here. See, we have full water coming out. Now, Mr. Fish, he may be a little bit stressed, so I put a little bit of Xanax in there before I started the video. I'm just kidding. So with sand, it's nice because what you can do is you can kind of just go along the top, just like a vacuum or a lawnmower. You go in lines back and forth like so. It's okay if you lose some of the substrate, that's all right. But anyway, so with sand, you can really just go along the top. You don't really have to put much pressure, because as you can see, if I go down in there, it'll start sucking up all the substrate. So you just kind of stay along the top, and you can get anything in there that Mr. Fish has put out of his back end. Keep that tank nice and clean. And what I like to do after this is suction that little filter. Hey, Mr. Fish. Watch out, buddy boy. I'm operating janitorial services. Put this on my resume. Personal caretaker of Mr. Fish. Mr. Fish is just under a year old. So he hasn't quite developed his wen yet, which is the little bubbles, you know, the little deformity that they get on their brain, on the top of their head, because he's a Ranchu Goldfish. So then I'll come over here like this, and you can suck. Ooh, perfect. Thank you, assistant. You can suck stuff. See all that stuff coming off the filter? Look at that. So you don't want to skip out on that. Now, of course, you could take it out and wash it, which I recommend doing that, you know, every month at least. Now this is like the smallest gravel suction that they have, because I have a pretty small tank. We're starting Mr. Fish out in a pretty small tank. If you get one that's bigger, the water flow is going to suck a lot sooner, and you got to watch out for how quickly that bucket fills up, because you don't want to have water on the floor from your fish. Okay, so see all this stuff back here? Bam. Oh, there's the little pieces of cucumber that Mr. Fish didn't want to eat. Oh, I think my sucker's clogged with cucumber. Yep, it's clogged with some cucumber. There you go. So same principle if you need to start this and you can't do this system like this. If you struggle with that, you can always just suck the other end of the straw. Do I have a suction going? I don't. So the water level's a little low. Oh, no, I do. Okay. I just got water all over the floor. So as you can see, the water level really isn't too bad. Ugh. The things that I do for Mr. Fish. Anything you need, Mr. Fish, I'm there for you. That filter needs a good cleaning.
Yeah, it's looking gross.
That's a really important part right there. Anyway, so we're going to get Mr. Fish a girlfriend.
Once he becomes of age, of course.
Very soon. Mr. Fish will be big pimping. Now I'm going to use this net to just try and get out some of the stuff that's just floating around in there. Debris, maybe hair because I have too many animals, cucumber. You never know. I'm going to put a hang on back filter on there. All right, just chill, amigo. Mis amigo. Let me get a sip of my chocolate milk. What's up, guys? So now I've got this hang on back filter. Now with these, you want to make sure you fill them up before you plug it in. Don't want the motor to burn up. Just like that. So that noise is the cycle beginning. Let me get down here. Any moment now. It starts to trickle at first, and then it begins to flow.
A waterfall.
What's going on? Is it working?
The integrity.
Checking the integrity. Adding more water.
Closing the lid.
Lid pop back open.
Closing it again.
The lid has been closed. I don't know. I guess I'll try and fill it back up. As you can see, folks, it just takes a couple minutes. Don't stress. Keep cool. Fish on. All right, so now I will begin the refilling process, which my fish loves. Watch him ride this wave. He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta like create a personality for Mr. Fish for your YouTube channel.
What do you think he sounds like?
I think he sounds like a super young boy. Like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I got my waterfall. Go, Mr. Fish. Go, Mr. Fish. That's what he says. Look at that. Now you got 2 waterfalls, buddy boy. You can ride the wave. Here, I'll move this for you. I'll clean that stuff in a second, Mr. Fish. Don't worry. I got Mr. Fish from a store, and it took quite a while. This has been a process in the making, folks. Mr. Fish is going to be a legend. Just you mark my words. Leave a like, subscribe, follow for more Mr. Fish. If you support the YouTube channel, I'll support you with content. Here's your waterfall, Mr. Fish. Oh, he's pooping in there. Yeah. He rode that wave. Coming back for round 2. Boom. I pour it in there slow like this so that it doesn't make waves on the substrate like that. Oh, look at him, look at him. He rode that wave.
So cute.
Mr. Fish. No, don't eat that, Mr. Yeah, good boy. Spit it out.
He's trying to eat
Hopefully
this
the
one.
filter eats it up. Hey, everyone. I'm going to show you a couple of the things that I use for my fish tank. So, number one, when I first got them, I put a little bit of water conditioner in there. That helps with the tap water. It's going to have a lot of chlorine, a whole bunch of chemicals in it, metals that you don't want. This is healthy bacteria. It's good for the fish, kind of gets a cycle starting. Typically, want to let that sit for about a week. Now, these are the two things that I'm using. So I'm trying out this stuff, Clarity, to try and help the water. It doesn't seem like it's helping a whole lot. It's supposed to make it really clear. This is really, really good chlorine-killing stuff. Detoxifies for ammonia, nitrates, poop that the fish produces. And this is the food that I'm going to give them. Just a little snack. It's got a whole bunch of good stuff on it. But what I like to do is I like to reach in there. Maybe some of you won't agree with this. And I like to say hello to my little guy. Now, I've only had him for a little bit, so he's still a little shy of my hand. I don't want to stress him out too much, but I like to say hello, my little friend. Touch him a little bit. Let him hang out. And then I give him a little bit of food.
That's a reward.
Yeah, because he's a good little fishy. Great little fish, Mr. Fish. Give him a nice little snack. Now we get to watch him eat. One of my favorite things about watching him eat is having him miss, because his accuracy really isn't the best. Not trying to talk trash on you, Mr. Fish, but that's the rules. We speak the honest. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Get a downward angle. Get a downward angle. Mr. Fish messes these pellets up. Nope. Nope. Oh. Oh. Look, he went for multiple at a time that time. Mr. Fish going ham. Did I already mention the Epsom salt? This stuff's really good for your fish. Couple teaspoons for every 20 gallons or so, or a teaspoon for every 20 gallons or so should be good. Helps the fish with their slime, metals in the water, bacteria. And I mean, once, I pretty much take a spoon and then I'll put it on the filter so it just gets right in the system, because that filter is kind of what controls your system. Same with this one. Never a bad idea to have multiple filters. It becomes a problem if it's too much water flow for Mr. Fish. You don't want to be tossed around and jostled and stuff like that, stressing him out. Let's get some more footage of him eating. And that is how I clean my fish tank, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for meeting Mr. Ethan and Mr. Fish.